Hey Gemini, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning into your bonus love tarot. I really do appreciate you joining the channel and being here. It really does mean a lot, and I do hope everyone is keeping well during this time. This is a love reading, so sort of have a look and see what's coming up around you potentially, Gemini. If there's anything more we need to learn, can be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we'll have a look and see what the cards can reveal for you here, Gemini. Okay, 4 cards. Okay. Got the Empress, the Devil, the King of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, there's definitely something about a conversation coming up about attachment. Okay, could be to do with a Capricorn, or it's a conversation about something you're not necessarily approving of or that you might like. And I think you're going to want to talk about it here with the King of Swords. This is all about having the ability to self-express yourself. But the Devil card can be clinging to someone. So Gemini, there's clingy behavior, I think it's happening around you. Now, the Empress is also here, the 4 of Pentacles. It may be an earth sign, in particular a Capricorn. You do have air here as well, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I feel like someone really has your attention and you're becoming really, really attached. You're trying to take things slow or trying to look at the beauty of things here with the Empress, but I feel like there's a lot of intensity that's coming up around you. Now, for some of you, there might be a situation that potentially unfolds, and it's the Devil energy. So I do see some sort of manipulation. Some of you Geminis, and because the King of Swords is so well-versed and well-spoken and charming, he's also very strategic. So for some of you Geminis, you're coming up with this next to you here with the Capricorn and the King of Swords, and I think this is you that's going to sort of, either you're trying to get a reaction out of them or you're trying to manipulate someone romantically around you. The Devil card isn't always manipulation, but I feel like you're testing to see if you still have control, or you're testing to see if you still have an influence. It's almost like you may say or do something, might plan or say or do something to see that you still have a power or a control over someone. Now, it might be an ex, it might be someone that you're dating, it could be something that sort of happens here, and there may be some behavior that you may notice that's a little bit more shut off with the 4 of Pentacles, because he is more closed off and he can represent, you know, holding on to something here and clinging to it. Somebody may form some sort of distance towards you, and it could be via communication, it could be via physical intimacy, but either way, I think you're going to start to notice this. That might drive you, it might push you to your limits a little bit, actually, Gemini. And I think this is where, with the King of Swords, you're coming up with this sort of energy that, you're really going to be like, okay, I'm in control here. I need to see if I still have that influence and that test. You know, it's almost like you're going to be testing them. And you want to see if you can still put it over them, if you can still have the last word or the last say, or you still have that power to make them go weak at the knees. You know, this is a weakness here. So you might uncover somebody's weakness or vulnerability towards you. You know, and with the Empress here, she does represent a very beautiful energy. It's very entrancing. And I feel like this is the way, first of all, she does rule a very Venus-like energy to me. Oftentimes people read her as a fire sign with the sun behind her, and that's absolutely applicable here. So it could be a fire sign, but I read her as she's very Taurian energy to me. She's the epitome of Taurus. You know, she looks like she's ruled by Venus energy. She's very powerful. But she's very influential, but she knows how to act, and she knows the right things to say. She's been brought up to her role, so she's aware of what she needs to do. She'll stop at nothing to get this done or to seek the truth. Now, but I do want to mention, for some of you, there is something internal going on for you Geminis, and I don't know if the Devil card, someone has tried to have control or manipulation over you. But that internal energy is coming up with the Four of Pentacles, and that could be self-inflicted. Whatever's happening here could be self-inflicted, Gemini. It could all be in your imagination. Okay, I want to say for some of you, you know, you are very analytical. I myself being a Gemini, you know, we can be very presumptuous and we can be a little bit anxiety-ridden. And I think there's definitely a situation here that's unfolding, but I think it's more self-inflicted than something actually going on. Now, for some of you in love relationships, there is something going on, okay, with the Devil card. There might be something here that doesn't sit well with you, that doesn't gel well with you, and you may need to approach and have some sort of important conversation. Why? Because you feel like this person or this connection is worth holding on to. You see potential here. The Empress is all about spotting potential, you know, and the future. And everything that happens around her, everything that grows around her, happens so effortlessly. So I think you see worth in something here. I think you see value or you see worth, and this is why you want to. This is why you want to express yourself this way with the King of Swords energy. You know, the Devil card can carry quite a sexually fueled energy. So for some of you, it could be a physical encounter, okay? A physical encounter. You know, the Empress is often seen as pregnant, so I don't know if this is a pregnancy. I don't know if there's some sort of powerful bonding or union that's going to take shape here. Maybe this is reconciling with someone you have children or grandchildren with, maybe. Something about family bonding and units could be coming in here. Maybe even unexpected pregnancies for some. But I do feel like there's something here with the Devil card. So I definitely feel like something is going on. And there's attachment that's definitely forming because of your growing attachment. The Empress is growth. The Empress is very powerful. She represents that Venus energy. But I also think you're having this influence on another person. And you see how the Four of Pentacles is sort of sitting pretty. He's admiring. So I definitely feel like there's someone here who's sort of watching you. I think they're assessing you, okay? I think they're thinking about potential here, but they might see a side to you, Gemini, with the Devil card that maybe they are not used to, or could be a little bit confronting for them. So you might also see this sort of behavior from another person that you may be dealing with. But I think they're in a position of watching and waiting, to be honest. I think it's actually you because you have the command, you have the temptation of the Devil. So you possibly are going to appear very tempting to someone, very alluring, very enigmatic at the same time, a little bit mysterious. But they're going to be drawn into you and drawn into your energy. Either you've been rehearsing how you'd say something to them. Maybe you've put, you know, a text together that you haven't actually sent this person, or an email, and it's sort of like you're rehearsing because you know it's coming, if that makes any sense. And of course, you know, you do what works for you, Gems, but I do see that potentially playing out through some sort of conversation about excessiveness or about attachment, or possibly like charm or a little bit of manipulation that's coming through here, potentially that could affect you. As I do want to thank you again for popping over to my channel. It really does mean a lot. And just a reminder to anyone out there who is after some personal advice and guidance through a private reading, I am currently accepting those, and you'll find my email below in the Show More section.